Hello and welcome to the Chatterbox Letters podcast. I'm going to be reading to you Natural Is, Natural Does. What web I naturally satin weave at the Chatterbox Letters podcast? How many webs naturally satin weave beyond the horizon? Acquired minds would like to know the naturalization through the beef of the matter. Let me naturally stroll through this live passage. What is naturalized is the fact that my podcast has everything it has and everything it takes to make a difference in my life. I naturally revise myself to make a difference with my podcast so that my viewers can rate me the best of the best in podcasting. I used to daydream and wonder what it would be like if I had a successful podcast. The tides have turned 360 degrees and counting the circles of a circumference by its diameter twice the radius. I found myself planning my season premiere for real so that I can bring my podcast to the table and celebrate its upcoming season of the Chatterbox Letters podcast. I am so proud of myself as I come out of the shadows of my own imagination, and I'm proud of it. I'm going out to find my clientele and counting once by twice the experience. This is naturally done on the purpose of making things fit right and like putting a puzzle together. What web I weave naturally and continuously satin weave the togetherness of my attitude about my podcast. It's naturally satin weave through the best of the best. Now my podcast is on a canvas to be served and looked on and at the magnificent way. What web I still naturally satin weave all of the possibilities overcome of bringing what is to be on the table and serve it to the people observing my podcast wonders. It always ceased to exist in the most remarkable way. I'm going to make sure it happens through and through in counting. This is all naturally done and then some. Everyone, like, share, subscribe to my podcast. Hit that notification button to know when I go live. Ring that bell for updates on my podcast. If you have a chatter letter that you would like for me to broadcast, please send that chatter letter to the Chatterbox Letters Podcast, Post Office Box 5556, Lakeland, Florida, 33807. You can write whatever you want to write in your chatter letter, so long as you keep it clean, your words clear and discreet. Make sure you do all that. Make sure it's clean, your words clear and discreet. Please do not hesitate to send me your chatter letter. You always procrastinate and send that chatter letter today. And everyone, I would like to get my first chatter letter That first chatter letter would be a convenience, and it would make my day to broadcast. Give you the feedback on the broadcast of your chatter letter as naturally as possible. It can be a short letter, a half a sheet letter, or a very long letter. Anything you want to write about. It doesn't matter what you write. Just start writing. Just start writing what's naturally to you so I can broadcast it. Please, as usual, like I said, do not hesitate to send me your chatter letter. Always procrastinate, and I mean, please procrastinate and send me your letter today. Thank you. Please send me those letters, guys. I would like to receive my first letter. It will mean the world to me if I can receive that first letter. So start writing, everyone. Start writing.